arrive on your first day of class and your new teacher walks in. Do this to figure out if he's a bad teacher. He's always late to class but gets angry if you arrive 5 seconds late. While he's explaining, you realize he's blatantly reading off the slides. And since he doesn't know the names of the students, he makes up offensive nicknames for each one. On the other hand, when you ask the teacher a question, he says you should have been paying more attention. But most importantly, never correct him if he makes a mistake or you'll become his biggest enemy. Finally, if it takes him over a month to grade assignments and he gives pop-up quizzes without warning, stop going to school and subscribe to BigDanBaby. If you're at the beach but the sand is very hot, wet your feet with water. You'll create a ball of wet sand that will protect you from the heat. If you're about to die in the snow and don't have a beanie, take off your pants and put them on your head. If your brain freezes, you could die of hypothermia. If you're talking to your grandfather and he falls asleep while talking, ask him to count from 1 to 5. If he can't, he's having a major stroke. If your dad calls you on the phone but only wants to ask for money, turn on airplane mode. He'll think you have no signal and will stop calling you.
If you have been kidnapped by a group of terrorists, try to make friends with the kidnapper. If you get him to trust you, he will let you go out for air, and you can escape. If some gang members want to mess with you, get down and ask for forgiveness. It's better they laugh at you and not cut off your head. If you're wearing dirty clothes but it doesn't smell bad, don't do it. Your nose has gotten used to the bad smell and can no longer detect the stench, but you're really a piggy. If you notice that a thief wants to rob you, go quickly and talk to any random person as if he were your friend. Criminals will only attack you if you are alone.
If you're on your phone and you see a thief approaching, throw it in the drain without him noticing. He'll think you have nothing to steal, and you'll get your phone later. If you're at the beach and see someone sleeping in the sun, wake them up immediately. The sun rays can cause second-degree burns on their skin. If you're in the middle of the desert, don't take off your clothes. That will only make you more hot. Instead, do the opposite and cover your whole body. If you're on a boat and it starts sinking, don't jump in the water. Boats take several hours to sink, and you'll waste a lot of energy swimming in the sea.
If you're lost and got nothing available to eat, do not try to hunt the wild animals. They move very fast and you'll use so much energy that you'll die of exhaustion. If you see footprints outside your house, grab a stone before going inside. An assassin is just waiting for you to kill. If you're walking during the night and someone calls you, do not turn. They are a group of gang members looking for a fight. If you're an idiot and never make your bed, throw your mattress in the trash. It's full of dirty bugs that will rot your skin.
You get home, but your mother is having a severe heart attack. Do this to save her. First, call 911 and request an ambulance. While giving them your address, don't try to carry her or make her walk. Instead, take the couch cushions and place them against a wall on the floor. Now, seat her with her knees bent. This position reduces strain on the heart. Loosen any clothing that could constrict her, like a necklace or a belt. Now, take an ice cube wrapped in a towel and rub it on her forehead. The cold in this area will calm the nervous system. But if you don't have ice, give her a gentle back massage. This will help regulate her heart rate. But if nothing works, don't panic. Find an aspirin in your house and make her chew it. When the paramedics arrive, don't tell them your life story. Just show them where your mother is and let them do the rest.
In 1962, 3 prisoners dug a long tunnel with spoons in the wall of their small cell at Alcatraz. Every night, they would break through the walls surrounding the ventilation shaft, gradually making the hole bigger little by little. They built a makeshift drill using the motor of a vacuum cleaner to dig faster. They even created realistic-looking fake heads to trick the guards at night. After digging for 3 long months, they managed to escape through the ventilation shaft and ran down a hallway behind the wall. From there, they climbed up to the roof and slid down a pipe in the kitchen, finally reaching the shore of the island. They used a raft made out of several raincoats, and the police searched for them for years, but the prisoners were never found.
You start reading a book, but you realize you're going slower than a snail. Do this to read 5 times faster than normal. You need to stop sub-vocalizing. Don't repeat the words in your head as you read along. You can listen to music or use your finger while reading to help. But most importantly, try to see the words as images. Let your eyes and not your brain scan the word. Let's put it to the test. If you're going to watch a Real Madrid match but your seat is in the middle of the Barcelona fans, wear a Barca jersey and don't cheer for Real Madrid or you might get seriously beaten up. If there's a fight in your neighborhood, don't just stand there doing nothing. Record a video with your phone and upload it to YouTube to get rich. If you're walking in the middle of the night and run into an alien, don't tell anyone. Everyone will think you've gone crazy and have you locked up in an asylum. If your house is full of fire, touch the doorknob before opening any doors. If it's hot, there's fire behind it, so look for another way out. A man got stuck in the middle of a water slide. When he heard someone quickly sliding down the slide behind him, he started screaming as they slid down the slide. But the man couldn't move and ended up getting slammed hard in the back. The strong impact caused him to lose consciousness and pass out. He eventually woke up next to the pool, with serious injuries to his head, back, and shoulders. The man eventually recovered but sued the water park for being stupid. In 1990, a pilot was blown out of the cockpit mid-flight, with only his legs keeping him from being completely ejected. The plane's windshield had mysteriously shattered, causing a sudden pressure drop in the cabin. A flight attendant managed to grab the pilot's legs while the co-pilot tried to slow down the plane's speed. His head kept hitting the roof of the plane, and the crew assumed he was already dead. Even so, they held onto his body to prevent it from being sucked out and possibly damaging one of the engines. 20 minutes later, the plane managed to land, and no one knows how the pilot actually survived. A bear started chasing a woman in her backyard, trying to attack her. But just before it could kill her, her sausage dog barked and bit the bear, forcing it to stop the attack. The bear slashed him, cutting through his skin, but the dog didn't give up, and the distraction gave the woman just enough time to defend herself. The dog chased the bear, barking non-stop until it disappeared into the forest.
The killer's riddle. As a kid, he was bothered by his little brother's crying. He impulsively killed him and threw him into the well. The next day, without knowing why, the body had disappeared. As a teenager, he fought with his best friend over something he forgot, but it seemed enough to kill him and throw the body into the well. Once again, the next day, the corpse wasn't there. 5 years later, he killed his first girlfriend accidentally, although he could not deny that he liked it very much. Expecting the well to work its magic again, he threw the body and the next morning, it disappeared. He also killed his boss because he was not very good at taking orders. He threw him into the well and was never found. At close to 40 years old, he somehow found the courage he'd never had until that moment. He killed his own mother. Killing her was as special and intimate as he had ever imagined. He threw her inside the well, and the very next day, her body was still there.
A small nail is inserted into the hole. It's sealed with superglue and painted over. This makes one side of the die heavier, causing the opposite side to land face up much more often than usual, so you can cheat. Another trick is to slightly heat the die, making sure that the number that you want is facing up. When the die eventually cools, the melted part hardens unevenly. This changes its balance, making the die always land on your chosen number. Also, if you shave one face of the die, you can change its square shape. The flatter die doesn't roll properly, causing it to eventually land face down with the number you actually wanted facing up. If you're in danger but can't stop to use your phone, press the power button 5 times in a row. It will activate a code to quickly call emergency services. If you don't know what to give someone for their birthday, tell them you already bought something and ask them to guess. Just pick one of the options they say and buy it. If you're about to eat bread but see that it has a little mold, do not just cut off the part with fungus and eat the rest. Mold has deep roots that have already spread through the whole bread. Always carry 2 phones, one cheap and one expensive. If someone tries to rob you, you can hand over the fake one and keep the real one.